Hello everyone, today we come together with a story in the poorest continent in the world, Africa. From natural disasters after another crop failure, the whole village has to face with hunger. A 13-year-old boy learns his knowledge by himself through books to build wind-based generators. The boy alone saved the village. This is a very good inspirational movie titled The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. The story takes place in a small country named as Malawi. This place is ranked by the United Nations in the list of the most backward countries in the world. On this arid land, people are used to depending on nature. It is a typical agricultural country without any means of agriculture, including livestock for farming. Plowing fields, sowing and harvesting all rely on human strength. Each year their only irrigation method is to pray for rain. 13-year-old William is born into an ordinary family, although his parents' education is not high. But they always hold the good expectation that knowledge can change destiny. They do everything they can to support their children in school. William's favorite thing is researching machines, and every day after school, he goes to the trash can to look for ingredients. There were scraps of nothing special through his hands that were turned into interesting things. Many villagers were manipulated by the local tobacco company. Because of a little compensation, but despite the advice of the chief. Cut down forests on which they still depend for their survival. After a heavy rain, the soil ecology was damaged, which weakened the water holding capacity. The cultivated land that is not much is now flooded. This also means that the year of hard work has poured into the sea. What awaits them? There will be famine and disaster. Parents can no longer afford the boy to go to school. He had to quit school to help his father work in the fields. The flood ended, and the fields were severely damaged. The remaining maize plants are also killed by the sun. When his father felt hopeless, William still didn't bother to give up. In his spare time, the boy sneaks into the school. Listen to the lectures that he is passionate about. Once by chance, William found out. If you combine the generator on the bike with the water pump, when the water pump is started, the farmer will no longer need to depend on the weather. Summer still has water to sow crops. The teacher helps William sneak into the school library. There, the boy found a book called Energy Application. Although the textbooks for the final grade are very complicated and difficult to understand. But in order to save the village, William still persistently looked up the dictionary word by word. His tenacity has helped him find his principle and define his goals clearly. Build a generator that relies on wind power to pump water for crops. All the villagers and the boy's father have hope in the government. In a campaign to pull the presidential vote, the market gave a presentation about sudden flood and drought, expecting the government to bail out food. The result in exchange for the mayor was beaten one battle. Even the villagers dare not take the mayor to the hospital. The harvest season has arrived. The whole family only harvested 5 bags of corn. They looked at each other in disappointment. This meager bit of food certainly cannot hold out until next year. Father and son decide to share action. The father demonstrates, while William goes to buy food distributed by the government. Just because of this little food that the people surrounded the food warehouse of the government and fought to plunder. The situation was very chaotic. William quickly bought 30 kilograms of food. But at home there were only mothers and children, so the villagers took all their food. The father decided to take all his savings, only one meal a day to maintain his life. When the daughter heard it, she was angry and left, the mother chasing after, slapping her, and said, "Do you think we will starve you? Until I cut my arm down to feed you, you'll understand what family is." My sister, because she thought about her brother and family, wanted to cut one serving less. The older sister left, leaving a letter, accepting the bad reputation of leaving with others. It doesn't rain, people can't sow seeds. The father did not want the family to lie down and die, so he worked hard. Father hopes that his diligence will be brought to God with mercy. May God give a rain to this barren land. William knows that they cannot just sit and pray, they have to save themselves. To save the villagers and themselves, it is only possible to rely on science. William does what he learns, and with the help of his friends, fabricated one model generator powered by wind power. The boy was delighted to bring it to his father, expecting his praise. But when William says he needs Dad's bike to build, the dad goes crazy and smashes the model. The father even shouted to William to never make these bullshit toys again. Hearing the father cursing, William just sat and cried and despaired. After that, severe drought everywhere were temporary burial tombs. People choosing to leave also increased. Faced with such loss and poverty, the mother, unable to maintain her composure, blamed her husband. She really could not bear it if this only son died. In the end, the father decided to believe in William's science. The father donated the only bicycle in the house to build a wind turbine. With the help of his father, the first wind turbine in the village was quickly completed. Looking at the fan spinning, William was filled with confidence in his future. When the water flowing through the pipe filled the garden field, father and son embraced joy. They hugged each other in happiness and then burst into tears. Until this moment, the father realized the truth, knowledge that can change fate. The wind generator saved the village. The boy's reputation has echoed, and the government has begun to pay attention to him. Finally, the boy receives the opportunity for in-depth training. The film is here to end.